EA Sports. It's in the game.
Niggas wanna play that game. I get beat.
Playing the game, but niggas just have 99 overalls everywhere and then be like, I lost. Let's unite. They want to be like, they don't like when they get messed up. They got the Chiefs and another nigga got the fucking jet. That's the difference.
That's out.
Probably.
Another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Champion. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one.
Number two.
Number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. I feel the way my
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st and 10, Cunningham flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Give me that, bitch.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A toss play left to LaDainian Tomlinson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, Could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Fairley able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. This one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. A play fake. Now Cunningham. Open man. Higbee, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Cunningham. They set up the screened LT. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. They'll run it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't mix it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. From the gun, they give to Tomlinson. And he powers his way up past the 30.
21, LaDainian Tomlinson on the carry.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss right. This is Tomlinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attacks at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Back to the air on second down. Cunningham. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. On first down, it's Cunningham. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
By Patrick Peterson.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Tomlinson. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the gun on 3rd down, Cunningham. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep for Adams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Tomlinson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's good for another. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble in 2nd down.
Olivier Vernon on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 28-yard line.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. They run with LT. He'll have a 1st down.
You don't need to play the ball.
And he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, Cunningham. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Cunningham. This is for his running back, Tomlinson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down, Cunningham. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. That catch good for only a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? You know, like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
It's 4th down.
They'll set up to throw. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter. Makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. On 1st and 10. Cunningham. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
In your face!
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they're going to be set down around the 15-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Tomlinson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
At the 16-yard line.
Second and 11. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. 2 seconds on the clock. We'll score the win.
What?
And Lambeau, he missed it. He missed it left.
Oh,
No
my
good. And that
God.
changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get that.
It is beer.
And that'll bring up second.
Tell him it's beer.
Reception here by Ruggs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his prime.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrell Revis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
My controller did.
Take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and it's a foot race.
My controller is fucking dead. I have no controller.
40, 30.
I have no controller.
That's the 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. The partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some over.
Yo, I just had to switch controller.
Tried to make this whole thing powerful.
I just want you to pay for my money.
You said hotel, baby mama. You said what? You said, you nigga, you heard what I said. You said you bringing who? Baby mama.
Nah, she was over there when I told you to come yesterday. Fuck you, boy, fuck. Nah, it's over. Yo, I can't believe my controller died like that. Yo, this is funny as hell. The game was built to go against me. I'm sorry, fans. Cause I know the truth, bitch. Yeah.
Like a pennant in orbit, round like a there, it's the coach with you here today.
Lace
and this
up.
is an ultimate challenge. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
Thank you, Coach. We jump into this challenge in the third quarter with 4 minutes to go. You're ahead 7 points. You've got the ball on your own 15-yard line. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Looking deep for Julio. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Julio Jones, 48 yards. Congratulations on yet another victory. And you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown. I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag. Ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass. Come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole. Then I'm running. Get money. You ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline. A flag on the play.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the coach. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
Thanks, Coach. This challenge begins in the third quarter with 2 minutes left on the clock. It's a tie game, 21-21. You have the ball on your opponent's 35-yard line. 1st and 10. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now Bowden. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go.
The coach here, and welcome to this Ultimate Challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. To finish this out, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We start this challenge off in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left on the clock. You trail by a touchdown, but you've driven into opponent territory as we get set here, 2nd and 10. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing is Bowden. And he will take it in for the touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. The return man, Wilson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now Glennon. It's incomplete. Nick O'Leary, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22.
Well, they go with a tight end carry. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. Zach Ertz, 78 yards. And his guys are going to take the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I got to do a better job of paying attention for this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The Bowden going to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw is Bowden. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is caught. But he will come out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
It's caught. Jones. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, with the decision to go for it. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And, you know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
33-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Again, it's Smith, and he'll take this one down near the 15.
The ball carrier.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, Smith. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll find yards on the right side. And they rattle off a big one. 52 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 2nd and goal from the... And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next.
I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah.